Hey everyone, today I'm bringing you along to something super exciting. I'm filming at Cardjunkiez, a trading card convention right here in Geel, Belgium. This is an event paradise for collectors and gamers. They have got a huge variety of TCG from Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, everything. Whether you're a competitive player or just a collector, everything is here for Cardjunkiez. So we left at 7 in the morning and we started building instantly when we got there. I'm proud to officially announce that I became a partner of the TCG Shop. Together, we'll be representing TCG Shop at all the conventions and trading card games across Belgium and the Netherlands, and maybe one day beyond in the future. This partnership is all about building something bigger, a TCG community where collectors and players alike can come together to share their passion, trade, play, and enjoy everything this hobby has to offer. Whether you're into Pokemon or any other trading card game, we want to create a space where everyone feels welcome, from seasoned veterans to curious newcomers. Massive shout out to Amelie and Dennis from the TCG Shop for making this collaboration possible. Let's make some unforgettable memories together. Stay tuned, big things are coming. Alright, now let's jump back into the video. As you can see here, we're setting up the booth. Unfortunately, we only had two tables to work with today. A bit tight for everything we brought. Luckily, I came prepared and brought a small extra table, just in case. I had a feeling space might be limited, and yep, it definitely was. Normally we bring 10 displays, but now we only had 7 displays. But hey, we made it work. Everything set up nicely and we were ready to go. Check it out. So we had 2 displays filled up with PSAs, 3 displays with vintage cards, and 2 displays with modern cards. Here you can see the Fanova banner, the card show that we are organizing. Already looking forward to it. So now let's walk the floor. Now we set up the booth. So you can see here on the left we have TCG Logic. They had some sealed. The trading area from Cardjunkiez was pretty nice. I liked the red sofas. We had TCG Nansol with some single cards. They also had some graded cards. Nice. Then we have TCG Geert, which is a good friend of mine. He has some really solid cards always. I like his TCG Geert Pikachus. This is the guy. TCG Geert, shout out to him. So you can see the halls were still pretty empty. We had TCG Rush across of us, which is a good friend of mine who has been vending for a long time together with me. We did some shows together. For example, Pocket Flex, we had a idol together, which was pretty nice. This was the main hall where all the big vendors were. There, for example, you can see here's Miscards. These guys have a fantastic booth every time. They do some YouTube as well, some reels, some recording. The stock they have is always really nice. So, oh, we have Big Gengar here, who was walking around, pretty nice. Some retro games. I don't know anything about this, but I still have a PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 from back in the days. Maybe I should talk to these guys because I haven't been able to put it up. Here we have Rune. Rune is also a partner of the TCG shop. My guy's inventory is unreal. He also has a full set of shinings that he was displaying at his booth. I will be showing it on screen. Here we have Danilo, which is a vendor from the Netherlands. He's a guy who I talk to a lot. His inventory is ridiculous. He has everything from modern, vintage, high-end, PSAs, everything. The, the cards that he displays is always one of the best displays that I've seen on card shows. Here we have Mats, who is a fellow moderator of the Facebook group that I manage together with him and Yari and all other moderators. Here we had a vintage booth with some vintage toys, which is really nice to see. You don't see it every day. Here we are heading to the sport car section, which Car Junkies had a separate section for all the sports cars, which is pretty nice because people who are looking for sports cars don't have to run through all the Pokemon and all the other things. They can go straight to the sport car section, which I'm personally a really big fan of. I'm into Tony Kroos cards, so if you guys have any Tony Kroos cards, hit me up. I will buy them. I'm a big collector, massive fan of Real Madrid, and you can see, everything here is sports, from NBA, soccer, football, whatever you can ask for, everything. UFC fighters even. I talked to a lot of these vendors because I was really curious how they would manage their stock and how they get sealed, because most of the sealed products that are being sold are only distributed in the US. And it was really nice to talk to these guys. Shout out to everyone in the sports area. It was a really good talk to all the vendors and all the people who are visiting for sports cards. Now we will walk a little bit deeper into the venue because there are a lot more vendors to go to. For example, there was still Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic and all other things to go through. So like you can see here on the right, these guys were specialized in Magic. They had a full island completely filled up with Magic cards. Here on the right we have Nemesis EX as well, who have a nice boost and they visit every card show almost. Then on the right we have some more vintage guys who have some vintage retro games, like you can see all the PlayStation games. This was the final area of the card show, where there are still some vintage games and some Pokemon cards as well, but I did not go through everything since I was getting a phone call that I had to go back to the booth. So this is me recording some things from the booth, and I will do a massive shout out to Bjorn, who has been helping me at every card show. Sen, who did not plan on coming to help me, but because there were so many people visiting, he helped me out for the rest of the day, which was very nice of him. Afterwards, we went for dinner as well. So thank you, Sen, thank you, Bjorn, for helping me out because the day was so chaotic. Like you can see in the background, there's so many people visiting. Every time I've been to Cardjunkiez, it has been such a blast. So many nice people visiting was really nice. So now I will show you guys some deals that I done through the days with some pictures that I took because I was not able to record everything. Here you can see one of the Munch Punch EVs that I sold was for full cash. It was stickered at 1000, sold for 900 cash. It was a pretty good deal, I think. We bought it last week actually, so here you can see a massive deal from Sen. He flew from Japan to get some stock, which he brought some extra stock for me. Some massive PSA 10s that he got for the booth, which is really nice. Here I did a buy-in from a guy that came to me. It was a PSA 10 X and Y Mewtwo, which is real nice. The Charizard, which I was surprised by, was so expensive. Then the complete set of all the promo boxes from the US. Here was a nice trade that I did. The guy was interested in two of the Japanese cards, PSA 10. He gave me the Charizard, which I was surprised by that the PSA 9 was so expensive. Then a Genesect PSA 10 as well. Also, this was brought by Sen from Japan, which are three Tech Teams PSA 10 for my best friend, which I bought for 1000 euros. He needed these for his collection and he was missing those still. And they were hard to find in Belgium. Also, I did a massive trade with the Mega Skeptile PSA 10, which was a low pop, but he gave a Groudon, a Primal Groudon, a PSA 9 Houndoom Holo from Aquapolis, and then two sealed Charizards from the UPC. So after a day filled with awesome deals and great energy, unfortunately not everything went smoothly. There was some bad news. The vendor across from me had his pawnshop PSA 10 stolen. Here's how it happened. The person in question noticed that the vendor had a graded card around his poncho card. He asked if the vendor had any extra graded cards for sale and ended up buying the exact same type, same color, same style of graded card. Later he came back with a fake PSA 10 poncho, now placed inside the identical graded card that he had around his card. He asked if he could take a look at the real poncho again. The vendor, being friendly and trusting, handed it over. And that's when it happened. While the vendor wasn't really paying attention, I think, the guy swapped the real poncho with a fake one. Same sleeve, same look, same guard, but not the same card. Now here's the important part. The photo shown in the video is the exact stolen card with the exact number. If anyone gets offered this card or has any tips or information about the person involved, please reach out to me directly, and useful information will be rewarded with money, cash reward, or something else for the right lead. Let's help bring this card back to the rightful owner and keep the community safe, honest, and strong. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any tips, feel free to leave me in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next card show. I will put a picture on screen with the next card shows that I will attend for the upcoming months. So hopefully I'll see you guys next time, and don't forget, keep collecting, don't steal cards, and I'll see you next time. Bye.